That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. The Aggies offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Toss sweep right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the returner is stopped. The Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the out?
He's going to take a shot right away. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Grabs it in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
LSU quick to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
You can hear yourself think, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll try to add another to their lead. An impressive display there gets him 6.
Yeah, don't worry about throwing. This guy can run, too. Such a great dual threat. And when this guy lowers his shoulders, you can see he can do whatever he wants and get in the end zone.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Going to the running game. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Line is set on 3rd down. They want to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now on 2nd down. The play action fake. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
3rd down, and I think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways. And on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
They get him down after he makes the catch. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off play action. Turns it loose. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal on the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And the D deny them on second and goal. Go straight ahead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on third and goal. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
And it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. And you could tell he knew exactly where he was. Got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close.
Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Texas A&M going quickly. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the returner goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense can...
It's a fumble! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Thomas looking to fire. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go!
Defense in press coverage. Lets it fly. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. It's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown LSU! And once he got away from the D, they... Shot and catching it.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, it's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air on 1st down. Working that left side now. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. Oh, look out, there he goes. Running inside. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Bringing it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The offense set for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, he'll fire. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Touchdown, Aggie! Hold it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half and get all the juices, all the excitement. And be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision.
He's going to fire deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After misfiring, it's second down. Thomas back to pass. Fires left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half.
Looking for a huge play. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Tackled immediately after the catch. Texas A&M going up tempo.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Now the play fake. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell.
Unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Finding open areas. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off.
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Off the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Thomas looking to fire. Got his man quickly. Still running at the 40. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. This is a designed run. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down. Up-tempo for the offense. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field. Listen, this is the situations where you trust your offense. If you want to score a lot of points and you want to listen to analytics, you absolutely go for this.
Fires to the middle. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run play action. He lets it fly. And he hauls it in at the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. 1 play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. Return. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the 1-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays in there.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Hauls it in. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. That's reeled in. It's Williams. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out.
And that pass intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
At the 35, he's open. He's off to the races. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. The give as they work on that clock. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
A little bit of inside, a little bit of outside. Nice job. Hey, keep guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Pressure coming. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed.
Got some room into the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, LSU.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
66, Texas A&M.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Thomas back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget it.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly and got the big 1st down. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything is working. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
LSU right back to the line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll pull it down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going up top here late in the game. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And
he wants to take the top off. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Thomas looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain. And he couldn't hold on.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
Fires to the middle. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit, they were able to swat that one away.
Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. The play action fake. A shot toward the end zone. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. With jet sweep pass. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.